One of the most important things that we need to take care of in mastering is called imaging. Imaging is the process of controlling how wide or narrow we want the stereo image in our song to be. In Cubase 11, there's a processor designed for this purpose, aptly named Imager, and it's simply amazing. It's here in the insert section, located under the Spatial Panner category. This plugin allows us to control stereo imaging independently on 4 different frequency bands. You can adjust the beginning and ending frequencies for each band here. For each band, you have a width setting. If you leave this at 100%, the stereo width on that band will be unaffected. If you turn it down, it will become narrower. If you turn it up, it will become wider. You have a pan control. If you find, for example, that the bass frequencies shift to one side of the stereo field, you can correct it here. And you also have an output knob. For each band, you also have these cute-looking phase and correlation meters. These actually measure and display the phase relationship between the left and right channel for each band.
There more, read more, eyes the glow. No sign of old panda, for us no more.
If this track were mono, everything on the left and right channels would be perfectly identical. They would have a correlation of +1. Therefore, the correlation meter would read +1. Just to give you an idea, I can turn all of these to 0% to make it like pseudo mono. Check this out.
There more, read more, eyes the glow. No sign of old panda.
In a stereo mix, of course, the left and right tracks have some elements that are the same, such as the vocals, the bass, the kick, and anything else that's in the center, and some elements are different. So the correlation between them is somewhere between 1 and 0, depending on how much stuff is in the center and how much is panned. Let me bring these back to...
There more, read more, eyes the glow. No sign of old panda, for us no more.
But if the correlation meter goes to minus values, this means that there are phase issues in some of the tracks in the mix. This may be caused by incorrect microphone placement during recording, or it can happen as a side effect of stereo enhancement effects. It's okay if the meter is going below 0 momentarily and then coming back up, but if it stays there for a long time, you have a problem. You need to solo your tracks, play them, and keep an eye on these parameters till you isolate the problem track. Then you can solve the problem either by inverting its phase, delaying it by a few milliseconds, or going easy on your stereo enhancement settings. Why do we need these meters? Because you may not hear phasing issues until you listen to your mix in mono. When you reduce a stereo track to mono, the mixer will sum the left and right channels. If they are out of phase, they will cancel each other. This is called phase cancellation. The sound will become weaker and, in extreme cases, disappear completely. So, other than diagnosing phase issues, what else can we do with Imager? The most important thing you can do is to bring down the width setting on the low frequency band to 0%, like so. Do this on all of your songs. By doing this, you are effectively turning this frequency band to mono. Don't worry, you don't lose any of the stereo width from your mix by doing this. Check this out.
There more, read more, eyes the glow.
You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. There's no point in panning these frequencies because we cannot locate the direction of sounds in this frequency range. It only destroys the balance between the left and right channels. Another advantage of making this range mono is that it allows you to pan low-frequency instruments. In a symphony orchestra, as you know, the basses are seated on the right. By making low frequencies mono, you will have a perfect balance in terms of power between left and right channels, but you will still hear the basses on the right channel because of their upper harmonics, best of both worlds. Once you've done that, you can increase the stereo width on the other frequency bands if that's what you want. Just don't go overboard with it for 2 reasons. 1. By playing with the stereo width, you actually skew the panning decisions you made in the mixing. And 2. Too much widening can cause the phase issues that we just talked about. So exercise caution. Adding about 10% should do the trick.
There more, read more, eyes the glow. No sign of old panda, for us no more.